So hello, in this video I'm going to show you how you can plot the graph analytically and using a graphical interface called Desmos. So let's say you have a mathematical function, let's say f of x is equal to x squared negative 5x plus 6. Now there are three things you need to determine to be able to sketch the graph of this function. And the first one, you need to know the y-intercept. And second one, you need to get the turning point of the function. Turning point of the function. And the third one, you need to know the shape of the function. So there's going to be the shape this function will take. Is it going to be a downward function or an upward function? So you need to know the shape of this function. So the first one, in terms of the y-intercept, that can easily be determined by just looking at the function. Usually it is the number without an x attached to it. So in this case, the y-intercept is 6. Now to get the turning point of the function, just like the name, the turning point is always at the point where the curve changes direction. So we say the turning point is always at the point where f of x is equal to 0. Now for us to get those points, we need to equate this equation, x squared negative 5x plus 6 to be equal to 0. And since this is a quadratic equation, we would expect the turning point to be two values. So x will be, the root of this equation will be two values of x. So let's determine those two values of x. So I'm going to write x on each bracket. So the simplest way to do this is just to ask yourself, what are the two numbers I can multiply to get 6 and add to get negative 5? So that will be negative 2 and negative 3. So from this, we can clearly see that x can either be a 2 or a 3. So these are the two turning points of the function. So to sketch the function, all we need to do now is just to draw. So we draw this Cartesian axis. This is the y-axis, and this is the x-axis. So the first thing we need to do is to place our y-intercept, which is 6, somewhere on the curve on the y-axis. Then we are going to place our x values, our turning point, somewhere on the curve. Now, the last point here says we need to know the shape of the curve. And just a simple way of knowing the shape, if the coefficient of x squared is positive, then the curve will be coming upward, going upward. If the coefficient of x is negative, then we have the curve going downward. So obviously this is a case where we have the coefficient of x to be positive 1. So that means the curve will come in this direction. So I'm going to draw positive 6 coming down to 2, crossing 2, and crossing 3 up. So that will be the nature of this curve. If I'm to plot this curve without the graph, without the software or the graphical interface. Now I'm going to plot the same function using the Desmos software. Now I'll strongly recommend this software for you because you can easily determine the shape of your graph even before plotting it using the software. So I'm going to write the function f of x is equal to x squared. So just to write x, you just come down here and choose x. Negative 5x positive 6. So you can see the shape. Oh, sorry, negative 5x. I missed the x there. Okay, yeah, so you can see that this function is similar to what we have here. Now let's compare the points. So at this point we have our y-intercept, so it's showing us at that point x is 0 and y is 6. And at this point we have the first turning point, which is at point 2 when x is 2 and y is 0. And at this other end we have the second turning point at point 3 where y is 3 and where x is 3 and y is 0. So this is how to sketch curve, very, very quickly. And I would strongly recommend you know these two methods so you can easily compare your method of plotting. But if you have any question, just get in touch. I'll be happy to demonstrate more with more examples. Thank you.